video that I did not make, but other way, a suggestion nonetheless to make a video or gaming commentary tutorial, which is what I'm doing. So let's get started. I've divided this up into 3 main parts, each with several subsections. So let's start on 1. The first thing you need to do, obviously, introduce yourself. Like I did at the beginning of my video with This Is Me, VSX Arctic. This is very important as it basically tells who you are and describes the tone for the video of how you're going to be talking and things like that. Now immediately after you do that, you need to explain what you're doing. So for example, if I was playing Halo 4 and I was doing team doubles, I would say, hey, my name is VCX Arctic and I'm doing team doubles on Halo 4. And afterwards, well, no afterwards, obviously, pretty much the 2 most important things at the first beginning of the video area. Introducing yourself and explaining what you're about to do. Now after that, introduce other people who are helping with the video. For example, if I was playing team doubles, and it was me and one of my friends, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my friends' joystick as an example. Hi, my name is VCX Arctic, I'm doing team doubles on Halo 4, and I am here with joystick. And he would say, hello. Now afterwards, you'll move on to what you're doing, which is going to be recording gameplay while commentating over it. Now one of the big mistakes that people make while commenting on games would be to describe what's happening on the screen. Don't do this, as it destroys the reader, or not the readers, the viewer's attention, and pretty much just makes them feel like an idiot because it's pretty much, yes, I see that, I don't want you to describe it to me, I can see that. So don't do that. As an example would be if I was playing team doubles in Halo 4 and I was running around and I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn this corner. Now it's in the corner, then it's okay, I'm gonna turn left at this corner, then I'll turn the corner, then I'm gonna say I'm gonna sprint forward, and then sprint forward. That would be very annoying. So as long as you make sure you don't do that, it'll be okay for the first part. Just a few other things you need to remember for the first main recording actual video part of the video. The next one would be make a list of topics for boring segments, such as in Halo 4. After you get the party together and you decide what game type you're going to play, you click on it, there's a loading screen into the game. Or parts of the game where it's particularly boring. So write yourself a list of interesting topics and just talk about, like things that may be upcoming on the channel, or just interesting things to talk about to keep their attention during boring parts of the video, because no one likes boring parts of the video, so make sure the boring parts are not boring. The next thing would be, don't get so into the game that you're forgetting to commentate. I see this a lot, actually, on new commentators. Not excluding myself, because I actually am a fairly new YouTuber, but still. Well, not new, I've been doing this a long time, but I'm getting off topic. For example, if I was playing team doubles again, and I got so into the game that I was to do the exact opposite of my last tip of things not to do. Get so into the game where I just don't talk for like a segment of nearly a minute of me saying nothing and just playing the game. That's a very, very bad mistake that no one wants to do, because in that minute, people usually want you to talk. Because this is a game commentary. If they wanted to see game play, it would just be you playing the game, no talking. Game commentaries, you're supposed to talk. So remember to talk. Even if nonetheless, like, what I do sometimes is I'll get so into a game that I don't really want to talk, I just want to play the game. But you have to learn to just talk absent-mindedly sometimes. Just about the first thing that pops in your mind. And you know what? If it is all screwed up and crazy, all the better, because if it's screwed up and crazy, it's probably going to be very entertaining, unless you're talking about, like, murdering kids or something, in which case don't do that, because don't talk about that. That wouldn't be right. So, yeah. Now that you have those things, you've got most of the video covered. Now moving on to how to talk, and how to, train yourself and practice to talk well. Now, my first thing, something that's very, very important, and you start this from the very beginning of the video until the very end, speak confidently. If you speak retrusively or reclusively, pretty much both mean the same thing as far as I'm talking right now, then that just sets the tone for the entire video, which is not very good. You have to project your voice out, speak confidently, and if you don't do that, it's not going to be very entertaining, because if you sound like you're afraid of something, then people won't want to watch your video. The next thing, project your voice well. This sounds a lot like speak confidently, but it's different. I'm talking about volume here. Now, see, you may not be able to hear me right now, but that's technical difficulties. I'll do my best to turn my voice volume up in the just editing process to make you can hear me, because my computer's sitting on my lap and I'm sitting up. So yeah, but project your voice well. If you speak too quietly, it's going to do the same thing as not speaking confidently. It's going to make it very difficult to hear you, and it'll just not make the video right. The commentary is about you talking, and if they go to a commentary, they want to hear someone talking. Now, moving on to the next part, which is actually more of a speaking style. Do not use too many like ums or uhs or things like that to hold space, because that basically says you don't have anything interesting to say. You're trying to buy time till you can think of something. Now, I can understand it if you lose your train of thought for a second and you have to do that, or you just don't talk for a second to regain your train of thought. Yeah, I do that all the time sometimes. So, yeah. But I'm talking about if you're just talking and you realize you don't have anything interesting to say, and you're just like, how does that? When you're talking to someone who you don't want to talk to, how you do like the whole so thing, trying to get out of it, don't do that. Because that may project a feeling that you don't want to do what you're doing. If you're on YouTube, you need to enjoy what you do. Otherwise, your videos won't be very entertaining. And yes, it is some work, but it always pays off. Now, moving on from the whole speaking styles to how you can train yourself to speak that way. The way I would do it is to just talk to your friends over Xbox Live on whichever game you're mainly commentating on, or just really any game. Just talk to your friends, get used to talking over a microphone and talking without, like, basically narrating the game, because commentating and narrating are two different things. So you need to get used to that, and if you talk to them for a little while, or a long while, and you just sit there and talk and get more comfortable doing that, then eventually it'll be okay. Like, I remember a long time ago when I first started, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was all quiet and stuff like that. Not good. So just play the games, talk to your friends, talk to people over Xbox Live, get used to talking to people over a microphone. That way, when you're ready to do commentaries, you won't think you're crazy when you're talking to yourself. Because, well, at least I know someone's going to be watching these videos. Okay, that would be the main way to do that, but there are other ways. One of them actually going crazy and talking to yourself in a room with white padded walls and a straitjacket, which I do not recommend, by the way. Do not condone people who have to wear straitjackets because they tried to kill people. Not good. Alright, now moving on to part 3, and afterwards part 3 will be part 4, and part 4 will just be recaps and just naming stuff I may or may not have missed. Part 3 is the end of the video. I have an outro planned, and I don't mean some high-end production like outro video clip. I'm talking about like I'm BCX Arctic. This has been my video. I'm going to get off now, or BCX Arctic signing off. Something along the lines of that. Just have something planned to say that's fairly interesting, fairly quick, that you can say to just let everyone know the video's ending. And afterwards, describe upcoming channel events, or something along the lines of that. Just saying, hey, this is going to be happening on this day, so you may want to come look at that, or something like that, just to let people know that things are still happening. Because sometimes if you don't let people know that stuff's still going on, people just won't come back because they were there for the video. And another topic, or the last part of part 3, would be at the very end of the video, you only need to say this once for every video. You don't even have to say it every video. It's not a requirement because this can get pretty annoying. Begging for subs and stuff, not good. At the end of the video, what I would do was just once, little small reminders like, hey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And then that's it. And throughout the video, on editing parts, you should reply call to actions, which would basically be like a link or something on the video saying, hey, come watch this video if you want to do this, or something like that. Just to keep people watching your videos, maybe get some subscriptions in, stuff like that. So moving on to part 4, recap and stuff like that. 1 second, the recording's about to run out, so I'm going to stop the recording and extend it. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Now, going off of what I was about to say, part 4, recap. Part 1, Introduce yourself, explain what you're about to do, introduce other people, don't describe what's happening on the screen, and make a list of topics for boring parts. 2. Speak confidently. Protect your voice well. Do not use too many ums or trying to hold time. And don't speak too quickly or slowly. And how to learn how to speak correctly for commentaries is just talk to people over Xbox Live or whatever network you use. Part 3. Have a good outro planned. Describe upcoming events. And I actually forgot the last thing. So yeah, just go back and watch that one over. And this has been VCXR. No, I'm just kidding. It's not quite done yet. So yeah, that's really been about it. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hopefully share, and keep coming back and watching more videos. So this has been VCX Arctic, and I am moving to make more videos. Don't forget to stop by and watch them too. Bye.